What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my nasty garage. I wanted to make a video about something I see a lot, and I've tried to answer it in the past, and I'm gonna try to do a one-off video. The reason I don't make many videos because I hate editing. The question is 52 or 61. What size should you get? What size do you need? What size do you want? Oh my gosh, what a loaded question. All right, the reason I call this my city mower, because a 52, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I have learned from owning both, it's better for cities, small gates. I know you guys see gates, it's like 36 inches and around. I get that. I'm not talking about that because I don't know if I would do a property with a gate that small. I'm being serious. I don't think it's financially, if it is to you guys. I'm sure there's a number that would require, if that's the case, buy 32 SWZT is what I would tell you to do. But anyway, which of the ones? If you have many wide open properties over an acre, this one will handle an acre in no time. This one will handle an acre in not even 15 minutes. And this one is slower. This one tracking needs advanced. I told Boone's Creek and we'll take it back because I talked to Skag and let them get it as fast as this one. This one is 2 miles according to GPS faster than that one. So even at 10 mile an hour, which it's rated at like, sometimes it goes just 9 uphill. I'm very upset with that because this one books. Anyway, that's here nor there. This thing can handle almost all jobs until you get in real thick stuff, and that's why I've got that engine, that big giant big block, compared to this little 23.5 horsepower. But for the size, this is my city mower. This can tackle, I take it in the cities and populated places where they got gates and neighbors everywhere, and it does good like yesterday. I should have a video to show you how, well, you can't tell on video how thick and tall that grass was. I mean, it's not to your shoulders. It was the thickness of the grass. It was just beyond, hadn't been mowed I don't know how long, and this thing will tackle it. Now, this thing will, with that weak engine, will not go up a hill and tackle anything. Hardly weekly grass. So make sure if you buy 52, I just like to throw this in here, buy the 37 horsepower Vanguard. You will thank me later. So I love this mower. The only complaint I have with it is the engine, but we're talking about the 52 inch cut. I have no problem with the 52 inch cut. Once you go 61, it's hard to go back. The only reason I say that, like if you bought one of these today, they would be equal, but see in 2019 model, which is this one, I bought new in 2019. I bought this one new this year, 2021. The platform on this one is 10 times more comfortable than that one. I have adjusted. I took those little bushings out. I've done everything. This mower, comfort-wise, cannot compete with the 2019. I would love to have that engine on the... I hate that platform compared to this one. It's nice and all right, but this one's very spongy, and it helps my back better. All right. You will get into smaller properties. A standard or a zero turn, you know, depending on what you want in 52. So let's just leave that open. It don't matter what brand you're using. This is more universal, but I find myself using the 61 more. And let me tell you why I took the plunge, because here in the mountains, I live in the Appalachian Mountains, and everything's uneven bad, like bad. So in your mind, you would ascertain that don't get 61. Well, that's what I thought. That's why I was scared to get a 52. If you remember years ago, I had all 48s, and they do great in the mountains. But man, I was so slow. It's ridiculous. So I took a chance on 52 and didn't regret it. All right. Well, I was talking, shout out to Happy's Landscaping, and I already had my mind almost made up to 61. And I talked to them, and they said they found out, and they live in my type of terrain. See, you ask people that is doing it or has done it before what they recommend. Some people you agree with, some people you won't, but I asked them, and they said we found ourselves, Carl said to me, replied, I think it was Carl, said, we found ourselves using the 61 more than the 52 or any of them. So that's all I needed was that extra little reinforcement. And I went and bought it. And I haven't been happier. Now, when we mow these 45 and degree and more steep than 45 even degree angles, seriously, we really do. It's not a joke. Sometimes in this weird terrain, I don't really scalp, but the wheels will dig in or something. Stuff like that. Nothing major. I need to actually raise those wheels up because they're too low. Like the 52s is on the highest setting. And it don't happen, but on this one, I need to raise it up. And I will. So, now I find myself, I'll get off this thing and this is like riding a baby. A 52 is a baby to me now. Now, the advantages of that, if you're going in Skag and a lot of other brands, is the tires. You see how much wider the tires? This thing will do a hill that this one won't even think about doing. A 61, Turf Tiger 2, Tiger Cat, X, I don't care what you got. That bigger, wider. I mean, look at this. Seriously, I'm here. Look at the freaking size of that 61 inch. Look at that. I mean, the whole, and then come over here, come over here, come over here. And I used to think that's like, dang, look at the big 52 inch cut on that. I got the little thing up. And then I'm like, man, this mower's so big. And then let's go back again. Just the width. I mean, it's, so what's happening, you're putting all that extra weight on the front. That makes it just better for heels, more weight. And then the forks, like on if you're getting a V-Ride 2, you see how far out and then how big the tires are? These are size 13 New Balances. It just engulfs my feet. This one, I thought they was giant. They really are big to a lot of brands, or sizes, but I'm just saying. It ain't nothing compared. So you get more weight. Look how wide. See, this one's almost as wide as the frame, and that's it. Look how far. So that's going to help your stability on mountains and hills. Best thing ever for hills is this mower. It will hold a hill better than a walk behind wheel. However, it's too dangerous to put on those hills in certain areas because of creek banks, lakes, whatever you're near. The weight factor comes in. So I always have a SWZ or a walk behind, in my opinion, for weight. But I'm just talking about the two sizes. This will always win. If you live in a city and you do those postage stamp yards like a lot of YouTubers you see, just these little flat, I'm so envious of those people. You get a 52 is what I recommend. If you live Appalachian Mountains, rural areas, all of y'all get 61. All right. Now, I am happy. I think you need one of each. Do you need to spend about 20 grand to buy one of each? No. I don't know what I would do. Probably 61, your main mower, and 50. This is a 52 SWZT. So maybe a 52 walk behind and a 61. If this thing didn't weigh so much, I wouldn't need that. That thing right there will do a few lawns that this one won't because I ain't putting that much weight. It would destroy the hillside because it's got sandstone. That one will go on sandstone because it's lighter. This one will just... If it's grass and lawn, this one will hold better. Way, way, way better. Especially with that 1000 cc electronic fuel injection Kawasaki. And again, GoPro 9 Black cuts off mid-sentence. This camera has... How does a $400 camera... My other $400 camera GoPro was $400 and it cuts off, but nothing's been as worse as a Black 9. They got a new one out now. I think I'm going to skip a few years of GoPros. Anyway, that big block, it's got 3 valves on each head. This engine I recommend beyond every engine I've owned. I haven't owned every engine. And this thing's only got like 200 hours or something because I just bought it this year. So it's got a couple hundred hours, I think. Man, I love it. So don't be shy to get fuel injection. All right. And this is a carbureted engine. I'm done spoiled. Yeah, get the biggest engine you can get. I recommend that on any mower you ever buy. I don't care what it is. You get the biggest engine option, and you'll thank me for it. So the conclusion is, if you live, seriously, now listen, if you live in rural areas, if you only do city lots and no fields or big acres, and you're just doing these little tiny yards, you might even get away with a 48 zero turn or standard. It all depends on what you want, and the thing is, you will hurt yourself if you start taking big properties with small mowers. I've been there, done that with all my 48s. That's why I don't use no 48 no more. I got 52s as my smallest and 61. And I will be buying another mower probably next year because I want to. What is it? I don't know. I was leaning towards a Turf Tiger 2, but they weigh so much and I drive so many miles. And I thought about selling this and buying the 52 because I done paid this off in under 2 years. That's mine, my mower. Been mine for 29. Bought it new in 2019. I've had it paid off last year. It's what I do. I do the Sheffield 0% financing, then I pay them off in, I don't know, a year or something, like I did that one. And I'll have this one paid off in a year. So it's what I do. You can do what you want to do and judge me or whatever. I don't care what you do. I thought about selling this one or trading it in to the 37 and keep the 52. I think that would be a game changer on a 52. I think my opinion might even change. I mean, I love this mower. But God, 37 horse on a 52, because I know what a 38 and a half, at the 38 and a half horse Kawasaki will do with a 61. A 52 would outcut it because it's just smaller blades and just its physics. This one will do the job, so I might keep it because a 37 horsepower of these engines are $4,000 and something. I looked at Boone's Creek the other day. Well, not the other day. I was there. What was I getting? Blades or something. No, it's been a while. Gosh, I'm so old. Speaking of Boone's Creek, I bought another one. Do you see it? Is it right there? Yeah, Red Max. Anyway, so that's seriously, that's my whole opinion. City that can do rural easily without a problem, but if you start getting into the big stuff or you're solo operator, that's a 5-foot deck. A 5-foot will just do the job faster and better. These cut better because of that engine. This mower, you would think in your head 61 inch would cut not as good quality because that's usually the way it goes. Like a push mower cuts about the best because of one blade. I don't care what y'all say. When you put that much power on that, this cuts better and discharges better than that one. This one looks like a dang tornado coming out, and this one's like psst, until it gets something thick, then it. So there's a big difference. Same type of deck, the horsepower completely changes. Yeah, I got my truck in here right now. Well, one of my trucks completely changes everything. Remember that. So get the biggest freaking engine you can get. And yes, I'm going to clean this garage because all this stuff's going to be in a couple months before next year. We'll be in the new. I done bought a building to put all this stuff in. But hopefully the garage will be built by spring. So you won't have to have this crap inside the house garage. Then you can just park. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. I'm all in, again, Skag, made in America, the engines. Kawasaki makes them there, but Skag is an American company made in America, and they're very patriotic, and they share, and they've got my business by doing that all the time. And they're so helpful to me. So even though I like other brands, I'm pretty much stuck in the Skag family because of what they stand for. Just a good, it's like a good little business, you know what I mean? Of course, like I've said before, a business isn't bad because it's big, and a business isn't good because it's small. Remember those words. I like how they're not as big as some of the other brands. They probably outsell some of the other brands, but worldwide, you know. But anyway, bam, city, everything else. But I don't know, even in a city, these things do good. Now they are heavier, and if you've got lawns that's limited turns and angles you can cut, this will rut faster than this one. And this one will rut faster than that one. Remember, weight is everything. And I don't mean like cutting ruts, but if you cut the same pattern, you'll notice a dip where your tires are going. This will do it worse than any of them because of the weight. It weighs so much. Remember that. So when you get these bigger zero turns, and even in this, it's going to do it worse. I don't care how wide you do the tires. It's just going to do it. So make sure you change up your patterns, because I'm just as guilty. Sometimes, some lawns you can't. There's nowhere else to cut. I get it, but it sucks. That's why you need to walk behind to do little lawns like that. I still got tons of grass I forgot to blow out. Stinks like grass in here. But I got all the Husqvarna weed eaters, and I've got more that y'all haven't seen, and some more head maps you ain't seen. And maybe this winter, when life calms down, I'll make some more videos and show y'all. But I wanted to show this and get this out of the way. And I'm going to try to not to edit. So, my recommendations is, unless you live in the city, and only mow in the city, then 52. Or, if you live in a city and do them little yards, 48 probably. But, for here in the mountains, bam, 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 because this one will not hold hills like this one. Come on up, we'll show you, bring your 52, and I will outdo you all. I'll prove it. I ain't one of them people just say it. I got an open invitation. I'll meet up with you. I've met other YouTubers. Come on down and we'll have a showdown, and I'm going to show you up. I won't make you embarrassed if you bring a 52 one of these or a 52 anything. Yeah, you're going to get showed the F up. I don't have to talk. You just come up here and we'll do it. This will not. It's just physics. Smaller forks, narrower forks, lighter front end, so it's wanting to front end nose down. This one's wider. Physics, tires wider, treadier, way heavier. Physics, this one's lighter. The tires are terrible on these. Oh my God, they're good on turf when you're turning flat lawns, but on a hill, oh my gosh, these tires will kill you. So, that's my recommendation. Take it, leave it, disagree with it. I don't care. It is what it is, and I'm going to upload this video so I'll have at least something to upload. Peace, chicken grease.